Oh wait, why is this covering up in my hoodie? And I look like someone about to get sent to the hospital for surgery. Again. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1, action. Hello, or anyone showing up on here. Welcome back to my live stream. If you are an old subscriber, welcome back. If you're a new one, hello, welcome to my live stream slash channel. So for today's live stream, basically from the title, I'm gonna be showing some old paintings I've done and some recent new paintings and a painting that I guess you say I kind of like redone or had to fix up a little. So yeah. Yeah, so overall that's what's going to be happening for today in today's live stream. Why did I say today's video? This isn't a video I just posted. This is literally a live stream. So where I look like, is this thing on? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess without further ado, let's get to it. So I'm gonna show the first painting that I did. Well, technically I did a few years ago, back in 2022 actually. So I'm gonna show two old paintings. One painting that is old, but I kind of had to fix up a little bit nowadays, and one that I made recently. Now here's the thing though. So a few of these paintings I did not exactly paint them on canvases, but I did paint them on like wood or some type of wood, but I'll explain that in a minute. So, hello. So yeah, so get ready to see some artwork that you're either gonna like or hate. I don't know. What is the topic, bro? So basically, hi there, Raja. Raja. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. So basically, I'm just gonna be showing some old paintings and some new paintings for today that I do like every Sunday, and you can just like critique me on like how they look. Do keep in mind some of these paintings are like from like 3, 4 years ago, so please understand like it's been a while. So here's the first one. Okay, so pretty much I'm sorry. So this first one is that this is actually from a school assignment that I did. So so here's pretty much what I had to do. So my one of my instructors told me that I had to make a painting, but not on a canvas, on a piece of wood. So that explains specifically this type of wood. Um, yeah, specifically this type of wood. And bro, where's the ear? I did not draw ears. I did not draw ears. I do not draw ears. I'm bad at drawing ears. At best, I can do like cartoon ears, but that's as best as I can go. But yeah, so this is a painting I made a few years ago. This is a painting I made a few years ago. So is it earless painting maybe? I guess. I mean that I guess that's what you call it because here's the thing though, I don't paint ears. Where's the teeth, bro? It's not supposed to show teeth. It literally just has like its mouth closed. Its mouth is closed. So I tried to like outline a closed mouth. That's why there's no teeth. So pretty much where was I going now? Sorry, I get distracted easily and easily fall off topic. So okay, yeah. So anyways, this was from an assignment that I had in a class a few years ago, and my teacher told me that we had to do a painting on a type of piece of wood, and well, we had to basically incorporate two separate pieces, but we had to use two separate different emotions. And for me, though, I don't really know. Every time I see this, for some reason, I just think of it like what I drew was either like, suppose I don't know. I don't really know. Well, thank you for saying I have a dumb painting. But you know what? That's fine, okay? Because here's the thing, though. I'm no Michael Angelo. I always forget. I always get those mixed up. But yeah, so overall, this was just supposed to be a painting just about like silence or sadness, really, from an assignment I had a few years ago. So the next one I'm going to show is from the same assignment, but this one has a much different color. Your Instagram ID. My Instagram's linked to my YouTube channel. If you go to like my YouTube description, you can see my Instagram. So there you go. Yeah, so this was from Another Emotion. I basically try to show like, I don't know, like anger or psychopathic behavior. I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest. When I look at this, I have no idea what exactly I was going for. I think I was just trying to like go for something since like that last piece I showed you was much darker and supposed to be like, quiet and sad. This one, I don't know. I think I tried to like incorporate anger or something like that. I don't know. I generally don't know, but yeah. Okay. It's not. No, no, you are best painter. Don't be sad, bro. Yeah, I'm not really sad because here's the thing though. I don't really care if I'm like a good painter because to be honest, I really don't see myself being a good painter at all. Like, no, I am not a good painter. I'm gonna be honest. I know for a fact I am not a good painter, okay? I'm no Picasso, I'm no Michael DiCaprio, I'm no Vincent van Gogh. I know for a fact I will never be on the same level as like so many famous painters out there. I know for a fact that is true, okay? I will never be like them. I will never, be like on top or anything like that, because my artwork is just more like something you probably see in a cartoon, which I can easily accept, but still. So if you ask me if I think I'm like Picasso or anything, know that I know for a fact I'm not, okay? I'm not Picasso. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm any famous like painter or sculptor or anyone else like out there who's like really good and really amazing at what they do. And pretty much what I do, I look at it and think like I do it like very mediocre or like something that you probably see in a cartoon or something like that. So there you go. So this next one I'm gonna show you is actually a painting that I had made 2 years ago, but it wasn't until now that I kind of fixed it up. Well, fixed this shit. So this is what it says. So if you can't tell what it says don't put your ideas in my head. Don't put your ideas in my head. And there's like little red lines here, and this is supposed to represent like the top of like someone's head. I don't know who specifically, but yeah, it can be like anybody's head really, just the top of their head. But these red lines are just like supposed to like represent what the wording here that's in red in bold, your ideas, okay, that aren't mine. And the reason why, like, I wanted to put out the words don't put your ideas in my head," is because a few years ago I had listened to an artist. Her name is Aura. Aura. If you don't know her, she basically had like that song "Panic Room" that blew up, and she had a song called it's called like "Ideas" or "Don't Put Your Ideas in My Head" or something like that. But yeah, so I took those words to heart and basically painted this. And yeah, I completely forgot about this painting. So yeah. So overall, I just wanted the message to be about like don't have like someone put ideas in your head that aren't true or, you know, that aren't to your value. Like you are allowed your ideas, you are allowed to be original, you are allowed to be you, and no one else should, you know, put ideas about that in your head, you know. And that's what the red lines are supposed to represent in the painting. They're supposed to represent the words your ideas, meaning the other person's ideas that they're trying to put in your head, which can feel like a bunch of wild, crazy thoughts or ideas or lines that they come up with. And yeah. So if you ever have someone who tries to put ideas in your head or their ideas in your head, try to remember that you are allowed your ideas as well. Okay? You are allowed your own ideas. I triple dog dare you to do an Eminem painting. Nope. I don't think I can. Only because like I can't draw like actual human beings. I can't actually draw human beings. I draw mostly like weird humanoid figures. So, yeah. Okay. And the last one I'm gonna show you. Yes, this is the last one. This is the last one. So, yeah. And this one, oh, nearly slipped out of my hands. Here it is. So this one's called Two Sides. Basically, I just tried to paint something that's supposed to show like someone's two sides. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what I was going for because here's the thing though. I just painted this out on a whim. Okay, I painted this out on a whim. I generally did not know what I was going for with this, but I really do like it, and I feel like in my head at least, it represents like two different sides of like someone. Like you got this side with the one with the red eye, the character with the red eye, and basically they're like, okay, they look normal, or they look like they're about to, and their eye is red, which can easily represent anything. It could represent anger. It could represent pretty much vengeance, I feel like. And then there's the other side with the completely dark eye with all the black stuff that's oozing out of it. That's supposed to represent, I guess, like a demonic demon or something. I don't know. Like I said, I painted this out on a whim. I painted this out on a whim, so really, I didn't really know what I was doing. And then I just put the words two sides on here only because I thought two sides, two sides of someone, you got this side, which, they look normal or whatever. And then you got this side where pretty much they're just like, something demonic or dark that's trying to take over you. And as you can tell in the clothing, really, that it's just like a little like grayish clothing that they have, a grayish hoodie that they're wearing all over their body, kind of like I don't know. But yeah, that's the last painting for today. Bro, Guns N' Roses or AC/DC? Trying to think. Guns N' Roses or AC/DC? I don't know. Well, from what I've been told on like one side, one of my uncles, he's a fan of AC/DC, and he says that my uncle says that, well, I think he once told me that if anyone said in this family who wasn't a fan of AC/DC, he would find a way to make them a fan of AC/DC. So, but here's the thing though, I haven't listened to Guns N' Roses in quite a while. Not saying like they have bad music, I just haven't listened to them in a while, but I have like heard only like one song from AC/DC, so excuse me, sorry. So if I had to pick, I guess I'd go with AC/DC. Only because I've listened to them and I haven't listened to Guns N' Roses in a while, but I do want to get back into that. Um, You're not into rock music. No, I am into rock music, actually. I am. I listen to The Pretty Reckless, Hailstorm. What's the other one? Eva, Ev, Evanescence. Although when I first heard about them, I called them advancements. I'm sorry. I used to call them like advancements or something like that. Here's the thing though, I was like a very little kid when I first said that. So it wasn't until like I got older in my teenage years that I finally like said it right. Evanescence. So yeah. And I think out of all their songs though that I like, wait, hold on. Have you listened to the new one that Amy Lee did though? The one song that Amy Lee did called End of You. You know, End of You, 'cause the end of you is the start of life for me. Yeah, with Poppy and another artist whose name I can't forget or I keep forgetting. But yeah, so I also listened to Hailstorm. So far, my favorite song from Hailstorm is a tie between um, I Miss the Misery and Familiar Taste of Poison. The reason why is because I just feel like I miss the misery is because I think like it has like such like good rage. You got banned on TikTok again? Hey Mario. Wait, I got banned from TikTok? I got banned from TikTok? When did I get banned from TikTok? I don't remember that. Thank you for telling me, Mario. Now I gotta worry if I'm getting banned from TikTok or not. I don't know why. I'm still opening up my account. Why is it saying I'm banned? Oh, no. Okay, okay. I can easily explain. So, I do go live on TikTok, but I go live through the weekdays because those are my days off. And I go live here on YouTube when it's when I'm working. So, you get to see this. But when yeah. I'm sorry, Mario. I promise you I'll be live. I'll try to be live. I don't know why. It's hard to find like a good balance though to be like live between both TikTok and YouTube. Only because I think it's just I don't know why. It just takes like a little bit of a toll on you and honestly the last thing I want to do is to make anybody angry. The last thing I want to do is to make anybody angry. So, I'm very sorry. And like I said, I do go live. Go live at 12 a.m. What? Wait, 12 a.m.? 12 a.m. You want me to go live at 12 a.m.? I need to be asleep. I need to be asleep. I solved your problem. Um, maybe, maybe not. I will try to be live, like, because here's the thing though, when I work, I get off work around 11, 12 o'clock. And by that time, I'm tired, I need to eat some lunch, and pretty much like I'm done. But yeah, I don't know. I was joking, go live at 3 a.m. 3 a.m.? That's an hour before I have to get up for work. Mario, dude, no. If I went live around 3 a.m., around 3 a.m., um, you guys would, everyone who's watching this would see what I look like when, um, an hour before I have to get ready for work. Because here's the thing though, I get, I don't know, I don't get good sleep much because half the time it's either from the freaking light outside my window. It's a light, it's one of those sensory lights. So if like something passes by, the light immediately turns on like that. So yeah, I have to deal with that sometimes if like an animal passes by, which then I have to shove my own pillow over my face, so or because of this recently, I have to deal with a cat that likes to meow because it's in heat and it likes to wake anybody wherever, I don't know. If you have a pet who hasn't been fixed, then you know. then you know, you know. That's all I can say. But yeah, poor mama cat. It's not a mama cat, it's a 1 year old cat. It's a cat that's 1 year old. Okay? It's a 1 year old cat. That's a. Uh, but I mainly go live on the weekends. If I had time off on the weekends, then I would most likely go live on the weekends. Oh, that mama gonna have children. Oh, no, no, no. Please don't. Here's the reason why. It's because literally where I live at, there are so many animals where I live at, and yes, there are so many animals where I live at. They're just, they're even popping out. There are cows. I live near cows. I live near cows because I live in the South. I live in the part of the South of America where basically people have cows and cows give birth to calves. Justice for pregnant cats. Okay. Justice for pregnant cats. Yeah. However, though, one of my cousins, though, they did have a cat, though. I do remember this, though. One of my cousins actually once had a cat. Their cat is sadly passed, but th they had a cat where basically it would be if it like escaped out of their house, it would get pregnant pretty much like that. Because, sorry, excuse me. One, my cousin never got her cat fixed. So her cat would pretty much, if it got to escape, it ran outside the house, came back, and it was pregnant. So, and that cat was pregnant, from what I understand, a total of like 6 or 7 times. And I'm just like, how is that even possible? Because here's the thing though, when I went to go visit them, she already had like one kitten, and my cousin decided to keep the kitten for a few months up until like she's ready to see like what family would want to, take the kitten. But around that time, my cousin's cat apparently, after a few months of giving birth to that kitten, her cat managed to escape outside, got with some alley cats, and then came back and pretty much got pregnant again. So, so then the cat pretty much was about to pop out more babies before its first baby. Well, not first. I think it was like its third or fourth. I don't know. All I can say is though that that cat had gotten pregnant way too many times, and then my cousin was told by the vet that her cat cannot have any more children, or not children, any more kittens, any more kittens, unless two options. One, they have her like try to make sure that she stays indoors a lot, or two, she finally gets fixed. And luckily, my cousin was able to apparently like make up the money to go get her cat fixed. So once her cat got fixed, she didn't have to worry. But yeah. Hello, bro. I'm from India. Hi there, Arnav. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Hi, from where? Hi there, Raj. Raj. Hi. I am from the U.S. Sadly. I'm from America that's currently like just falling to pieces, apparently. Falling to pieces. I don't know why. Blame the government. Yes, you say right name. Aw, thank you. What your what's your thinking about India? Hmm, I don't really have too much thoughts about India. I mean, I would like to go. I would like to maybe one day travel to India, like to experience the culture, like I don't know, maybe be like one of those tourists that are in like another country for like a week, just to like, see what the culture's like, explore. Um, yeah, I just want to like try to like experience the culture for like a week because reason why I say a week is because obviously I'd have to fly back because, homesick. But yeah. Bro, how many girlfriends you have? I don't have any girlfriends right now, or a girlfriend, or a partner really right now. I'm single. I'm single, and so far I am, I don't know. How many GFs you have? I don't. How many GFs you want, bro? I'm a one person, well, I'm a person who prefers like it's just me and another person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't do the whole thruples thing or sister wives or husband brothers or whatever or whatever you would call it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. A lot of people, they like to explore, certain relationships, like meaning like what I'm trying to say is like people who want to be in thruples or sister or a whole sister wives thing or like a brother husbands thing. I think that's what you call when like one when a wife has like multiple husbands, I think. Which case, sheesh. Or like a man has yeah. Sorry, I'm just a person who prefers to be in a relationship with one person and it's just me and that person, nobody else. Only because like yeah, it it would just be a little too much to for one thing keep track of. I mean, like I said, I'm not like trying to like hate on it or like diss it or anything like that. Yeah, it's just not for me. No. Like I said, I'm a person who just prefers to be in a relationship where it just consists of two people. You know, that's just me. That's just what I prefer. You know, just me and another person. Thruples, like I said, I'm not hating on it. I just don't really get it. And I just never want to be one. Do I know about Gandhi? I read about, I don't know, maybe I don't. Here's the thing, though. I don't really understand Hinduism. I mean, I learned about like bits and pieces about Hinduism back when I was in school. Hopefully, I'm saying that word right too. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm very sorry. Um, but yeah, I've learned about it from pieces here and there, but I never got like I never like fully understood what Hinduism like was fully. I never got like a full 360 book. Um, yeah, but I would definitely like to learn more about Hinduism one day. What is your thought on Israel? I don't know. I'm not saying I've never really like went on like a deep dive of Israel, but I would definitely like to learn, more about the culture. Because this is what I mean, like I would love to go and travel the world and just see what it's like, what it's like in different countries. I would like to know, like for example, like I said, I would like to visit one day India, Israel, Pakistan. I would love to visit basically any country. I I'm gonna be honest. Between Billie Eilish or Masam, am I saying that right? I don't really know who that is, and truth be told, I guess you say I was once a Billie Eilish fan. Not that I'm saying like I'm not anymore, but it's just that, her new work. Well, I have nothing against her new work. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't listened to like Billie Eilish for like a while lately, so yeah. I'm not saying like, she's not my least favorite, but yeah. But yeah, I just haven't listened to her music lately. Hi, bro, can you show me your biceps? I want to see. Um, no, because I don't have biceps. I have, I guess, what you can say like are calves, but that's about it. Sorry, I can't speak Hindi. I can't speak Hindi. I'm very sorry. Also, this would be me if I tried to flex. Literally nothing. Yeah, so I do want to apologize for the fact that I don't really know much about, you know, India or Hindu, but like I said, hopefully one day if like I have enough money, if I have like I don't know why, but I feel like if I have enough money, I would go and travel and then, take that passport and just, fly to another country for a while. I would definitely, but yeah, but I only would stay there for like a short amount of time, I feel like, only because I know for a fact I would get homesick. Plus, I would experience what a lot of people would say is like called culture shock, where basically, it's when from what I've been told, culture shock is basically when like you go from yeah, when you're going from one place to another and you kind of get like a shock from it. Yeah. Did you fix your sleep schedule? I want to say no, but I kind of want to say like I did somewhat get actually good sleep last night before I had to get up for work. So last night, pretty much, I went to bed around 10. I went to bed around 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. And then I woke up around 4:30. And when I did, I was just like, huh, I think I got sleep or something like that. Because here's the thing though, I don't know. I generally don't know if like I slept good or not. That's the problem. Because here's the thing though, I felt like I had good energy though. I had good enough energy to get myself out of bed, but I just don't know your age right now. I am 24. I am 20, okay? 24. I'm 24. If I don't feel tired, then it's good. No, I didn't reject anybody. I just didn't know some people have a crush on me, to be honest. That's actually also the weirdest part about me. I have no idea. I'm completely oblivious. Like, if you say you have a crush on me, then I'm just like, oh, because I generally like. Here's the thing, though. I know for a fact that growing up, I never thought anybody would really like me or generally think I was like attractive or anything like that. And the only time I feel like I would be, yeah, I think it's just because like I went from dorky teenager or something like that. I mean, that's what I'm calling myself, okay? And I'm not ashamed of it, okay? I looked like a dork and somebody you would want to shove in a locker. If you are handsome. Aw, thank you. Um, yeah, I think you're attractive. Aw, thank you very much. Yeah, I rarely get a lot of comments of people who ask me about like if I look good or not. So, and I guess that kind of like um I don't know why, but in my adult years, because here's the thing though, I am 24 years old, although for some reason people mistake me for like someone being 19 or 20, and I'm just like, I'm 24. Like it's kind of weird though. Like I'd never thought in my 20s, I have to be like I'm 24. Like I have to like I thought people when they look at me, I thought when people looked at me, I would be like I'm in my 20s, but instead they look at me and go, are you past curfew?" Like, bro, I'm in my 20s. I have a job. I pay my bill. I pay bills. Are you boy or girl? I am a ghost. I'm a ghost. Ooh. Or I'm a spirit. Ooh. No, I'm not. No, I am male. I am male, but I think it's just like the hair. I mean, I am getting a haircut sometime soon, so say goodbye to this hair, because maybe next time when you see me, I'll have much shorter hair, so. You're 24, so what's your study now? Currently I'm not. I'm just working. I'm just working. So far the only thing I have is an associate's. I have an associate's in fine arts. Haha, yes, laugh. But the reason why is because I wanted to take fine arts because I wanted to do graphic design when I was a kid. Um, because this, if you've seen me gone live earlier, this is what I do. In humanoid figures. In humanoid figures. That's basically my main like painting. My main paintings are in humanoid figures. Although sadly though, I did run out of canvases. I did run out of canvases, but I do have like a lot of drawing paper, so when I go live on TikTok, because that's mainly when I paint and draw. Yeah, that's when I'm gonna be yeah. Wow, bro, nice art. Thank you. Yeah, here's the thing though, my artwork does not make sense. So if you were here on my last live stream last week, or yeah, if you were if you had seen my live stream from last week, I showed other paintings that I'd done, and a lot of them do have like a lot of deep meaning and such. But yeah, but that's just what I do mainly. I paint all these weird looking humanoid figures because I can't draw or paint regular people. So, yeah. Um, bro, say happy love day. I assume this is what you mean by love. Happy love day, I guess. Yeah. Bro, repeat. Happy, happy Navratri? Am I saying that right? Happy Na Nar Nav Navrat Navratri? Am I saying that right? Bro is too innocent. Yeah, that is true. Is it because I did this? Yeah. So weird when I do this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not from India, I'm sorry. But like I said, maybe one day I'll travel to like India and explore. But yeah. But however though, I do want to mention like one thing. So I don't know why, but whenever I go live on like YouTube, I always meet like new people, but from like um either India or Pakistan or Israel, which I don't know why. That just happens. And not gonna lie, I think it's kind of interesting. Because like a lot of times the people from those countries, who subscribe to my channel and talk to me about like their culture, I find it very interesting. I don't know which country is best. I'm sorry, you'd have to flip a coin. You'd have to flip a coin. You'd have to flip a coin for that. I don't really know, considering that I wasn't raised or like taught or like learned much about Pakistan or India other than from like geology classes when I was a kid. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Some of these people you might be listing, I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, but yeah, like I said, I would definitely like to just I don't know, I'm gonna have to learn a lot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to learn a lot. Who's Jordy? I don't know. I don't know who Jordy is. I don't know who Jordy is. The only Jordy I can think of is that one model skier from like meh. Do I like pork? It depends. It depends on like the day, I guess. Not saying that really like I eat it a lot, only that I rarely. Jordy is an actor. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about because the only Geordie that I can think of is a Geordie who is she is actually like a model or cross motor driver, I think. Chicken. I do eat chicken here and there, but that's about it. Bro, do you listen to Justin Bieber? Um, Not really, no, I don't. As a kid, I heard like a few of his songs. I've heard his song Baby way too much on the radio when I was a kid. So really, I'm just like, and then there was his song Peaches, which really I did not get into. Not saying like it was a bad song, only because like a few times it was like okay, but then later it just kind of like annoyed me. Because half the time, here's the thing though, I don't know why, but yeah, yeah, Peaches just kind of like sounded like he was either like singing or just talking. I don't really know. My favorite song is Blinding Lights. Okay, yeah, that's a song I listened to mostly when I was in like I think 2020 or 2021. Yeah, something like ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Oh, I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Yeah. Stay in key, I can't. I can't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so Blinding Lights, I listen to that way too much. And I will always sing off key, okay? I will always sing off key. That's just me, okay? I'm only human. I'm not really that much of a singer, even though I do post like short songs on here on my YouTube channel on occasions, but yeah, other than that. I don't really um yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. It is hard for me to stay on key sometimes. And here's the weird thing. Yeah, practice. You'd make a good baritone. That's actually weird because here's the thing though. When I was in seventh grade, but actually no, when I was in sixth grade, in my second semester of sixth grade, I decided to switch over to choir, and that's when I joined a little group called like the Baritones. And I mean, my sixth grade year in choir was pretty fun. So we had sung this, so we did this song called Titanium by David Guetta featuring Sia. And me and the other baritones, we just got together and pretty much we sang our parts. It's actually pretty interesting how like my choir teacher did it. So basically my choir teacher allowed all of us to have like pretty much like I guess like you can say like our own moment to shine with like our own lines, if that makes sense. Even though there was like 24 of us, there were 24 students and a song, and we only had like a certain majority of lines. So what he would do was basically like break down like which line we would get. So he'd break down like which line we would get, and whichever line we got, we would be singing that line in the at the choir show. Yeah. So pretty much that's how it happened, and I got the part that was like raise your voice, sticks and stones may break my bones. That's literally all I got. That's all I got. And then I was like, see ya. Yeah. So that's what I got. That's literally all I got. Which I didn't hate because, it just made sense. There were 24 students and, we each wanted our own time to shine, but yeah. And let's just say we practiced a lot. Hmm. Okay, well, sadly though, I do got to get ready to get off live here soon because I have to get ready to do some things later today, but I do want to say that thank you very much for joining my live today. And I should have a short video out this week on Tuesday. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you can be notified when I put out that short video. I have been trying to think of like because we're also coming close here in America to Halloween, that I would definitely like to do like a little fun Halloween video for you guys, but I just don't know like what to do. Either I want to like bake something, like cook some type of food or make some type of like weird treat. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna think of something I gotta do that day. And yeah, since Halloween is October is coming up, I remembered I said in a live stream that I'll be wearing in maybe like some little short videos, I'll be wearing this necklace right here. Here, let me show you. Oh, oh. Yeah, so I'll be wearing this in like short videos that I will be posting in like October. And I told people that hopefully I'm remembering this right, but if I said if you guys um see this necklace in like any of my short videos in October, specifically this one since it has a bat on it, then I want you to comment an emoji of a bat. Okay? If you see this necklace right here, I want you to comment an emoji of a bat. Okay? Okay? And yeah, just because I think it would be fun. Yeah, and if you're asking me if like someone gave this to me, no, I talked about this in like a live stream a while ago. I actually made this when I took a metal shop class, and let's just say this thing took so long for me to make. And I only had like a good 2 weeks to make this. So remember this, okay? If you see this in like a short video that I will be posting in October, make sure when you see this to post an emoji of a bat, okay? Of a bat, okay? Oh, focus. Focus. Why isn't it focusing? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, don't forget to do that, okay? Okay? And yeah. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Although maybe some videos I will probably be wearing this one as well, but make sure you keep an eye out for that necklace with the bat on it, okay? Now, here's the thing though. I will be live again, okay? But on Saturday, this coming Saturday. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you can be notified when I go live. So that way we can chat, we can talk about pretty much anything you want or whatever topics you want to bring up. Um, yeah. Yeah, so make sure you do that. And well, that's it for today's live stream. Once again, thank you so much for joining my live stream. I hope you have a good day and or night. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you can be notified when I go live again on Saturday. And as always, take care and stay safe. Mwah. Oh, I forgot to also say, I love you. Mwah. Bye. Oh wait, one more. Mwah. Okay, one more. Mwah. Love you. Bye.